inspirational speaker on the lived experience of mental health. I'm also the founder of Forging People, which is a new breed of people development. And this is Tula, just in case she pipes up during the video, because she's doing that a lot at the moment whilst I'm working from home. So today's video are 5 life hacks for the furloughed. And this actually came about due to conversations I've been having with clients, with contacts and colleagues and friends and lots of different people around this subject of furlough, a word that never existed in my vocabulary, like most people, I guess, until about a month ago. But actually now the word is here, the word exists, and the processes definitely exists. So I'm not looking at the technical aspects of furlough. Obviously, there's a lot better resources than me. I'm not a details guy, I'm not an HR guy, so please do look up what furlough actually means if that's not you. However, if you are going through that process, the bit I do want to look at is actually the impact that it has on our mental health, the impact it has on our well-being, but also, and quite alarmingly, the way that people are actually having their confidence and self-belief affected by being furloughed. So with all of that in mind, I wanted to bring you a video with tips and tools and just some insights into how you can actually make sure that your mindset stays positive, that your mental health stays positive, and you boost your well-being on a daily basis for those people who are in that position right now where they feel personally impacted by the process of being furloughed due to the COVID-19 coronavirus pandemic. So the first one is just know it's not you. Firstly, this is temporary. It's a way that you are being safeguarded in terms of your job, but also the employer is being safeguarded by the government, and actually the economy is being safeguarded too. So what we're trying to do and what they're trying to achieve is to make sure that everybody is in place for when everything takes back off again post-zombie apocalypse. That's the plan. But no, this is a temporary move. This isn't you. This isn't a reflection on your ability. This should not be a reflection on you as a human or an active member of the workforce. It just is a temporary measure, leaving in place the key people that it takes to need to run the business as it is now. So it's very much about the position. It's the position that not only you find yourself in, but your employer finds themselves in as well. That we're all kind of making it up as we go along. We're creating a new reality. And right now that they are in a position where they have to make some uncomfortable choices they would prefer not to make. They have to face unprecedented challenges and putting in place a skeleton crew to make sure that the company and organization is run to keep that company alive for you whilst all of this is going on. But this does not make you any less important. This does not make you any less wanted. You're absolutely wanted, because actually otherwise they wouldn't have you at all. So know that it shouldn't affect your confidence. It shouldn't affect your self-belief, because this isn't a statement about you as an individual, you as a worker. This is very much a process aimed at safeguarding you to make sure that you are comfortable, that you're covered and ready to come back in for when it all kicks back off again. Number 2 is change and procrastination. So when I deliver talks to organizations all over the UK, and I mention the UK very specifically, is because in the UK, the 2 biggest anxiety triggers that are fed back to me by employers that I work with are change and procrastination. Change is inevitable. Procrastination, not so much. Things always change. It's a constant. Even pre-pandemic, things are always changing. Personally and professionally, things will evolve, things will differ, and things will modify, and everything else, both personally and professionally. But change remains one of the biggest anxiety triggers that we have to face. So that's why our absolute focus needs to be on building and maintaining resilience. It's the stuff that forges us. It's the stuff that makes us go again every single day. And that's the bit we can control, is how we go forward. Not what happens to us, but how we go forward. So next week, I will be putting together a series of videos on my 2-minute topic series of videos, all about this, all about resilience every single day. So please to check out and subscribe to my YouTube channel. The link's on here now. And stay tuned for some fantastic resilience building stuff that's coming your way very, very soon. But if you do find that you are procrastinating, you are putting things off, because actually it's a little bit hairy and scary, then I guarantee you, once you put something off, it's hairier and scarier, trust me. If you do find procrastination is a big problem for you, again, on my YouTube channel, 2-minute topics, look up procrastination. There's a fantastic video on there on how to recognize procrastination, essentially what to do about that too. Number 3, power up your routine. We are living in Groundhog Day. For those who have seen the Bill Murray film, fantastic film by the way, do check it out. We are living in Groundhog Day. But actually, I feel a little bit guilty saying this. I feel very happy, very strong right now, because actually I'm living in an old anxiety mechanism, a process that I use as part of my own recovery, because what anxiety was to me was fear of the future or regret from the past, but very rarely was it today. So actually doing what we're doing now, as I said, we don't know what the end date's going to be. We don't know what the end even looks like right now. So the world's greatest minds don't know. Who are we to take a stab at that? So by taking away that assumption of what's going to happen, what's going to look like afterwards, that we just focus on managing today. That's all we have. So actually, what can we do today to make ourselves really, truly power up? I think a big part of this is having a routine. I think a routine provides focus, also gets your mindset right, that you're going forward into every single day with intent. So how this could look, so here's mine. It's not going to apply to everybody, especially the country music part, but you'll come into that shortly. So it could be in the morning, you get up, I think an earlier start's good. Again, you don't get that lethargy of just kind of staying around. 6 a.m. start, coffee. You could feature some exercise. I need to do more of that, but I do throw in some exercise if I'm feeling not human. Affirmations. So affirmations are statements of intent as if they were true. So things that are aligned to match your goals, and do check affirmations out. It's a huge subject. Breakfast. Again, breakfast, coffee, shower. Shower is important. And I say that because it sounds weird, but true. It's important because actually then you feel like you're going into that day with intent. And then you're ready. You kind of, as if you were going out into every other day into the world. You've got that focus, you feel clear, you feel that clarity that brings you. Into the daytime, regular movement. So I've got an alarm on my phone that every hour, get up, get a drink, stay hydrated. But also that process of moving around. I'll try and take meetings onto my phone so I can walk around the garden instead of being constantly on my laptop all the time. Just incorporate little bits of movement that really do add up. Maybe a bit of meditation. So maybe you kind of see my version of meditation is that, look, I live in Yate, just north of Bristol. We've got no Californian sunsets or Californian mountains. So actually my version is just to basically sit and breathe and think about my thoughts without the emotion attached to them, and actually just get that kind of chill out space where you're not contacted or contactable, making sure you ring fence that kind of protection. Finally, the most important thing, country music. All day, and I'm not on calls, I've got country music playing in the background. I mean the happy stuff, not the stuff about losing your dog or your missus. The happy stuff that kind of really lifts you and keep your state up. Music's really, really powerful for that. Into the evening, it could be spending some time on personal and professional development. It could be family time. Do something that you love to do. So it could be something as simple as the box set that you're kind of binge watching on Netflix right now, or it could be reading, whatever's good for you. Just do more of that. Could be walking the dog. The dog's just started to bark right now. Walk that dog. For my one exercise out a day, it could be a gratitude list. This is really powerful for me. Write a list of 10 things that you loved about the day. It could be a slow news day because we're all locked down, but actually make a note of the things that you're really grateful for that day. If you do that before you go to sleep, you actually rest well, you rest better, and sleep is massively important, so make sure you do protect that. And also with sleep, try and avoid tech or white light or blue light before you go to sleep at night for about an hour. It just means you can rest easier and rest well. But do lots of that. Actually fill your day with stuff, with intentional good stuff that really lifts you. Get back that element of control over the day that we quite happily give away. Number 4 is personal and professional development. It's a fantastic time. How many times have you said before, I wish I had more time to do this? I know I have, loads. Not that we ever wished for a global pandemic. However, we do have more time right now to concentrate on the bigger picture stuff, to do things like personal and professional development, to really up your game. Look, I'm not sure about you, but we've been on lockdown for 4 weeks, I believe, as I record this video, and they've gone by like that. And actually we can let this time idle by, and we can do something, or we could do something with it. And even doing something with it could be the fact that you just switch off, rest and recover, and do all the things that you can't usually do, and recharge. And absolutely you should do that. It's not feeling the need to do anything just because. Definitely rest, relax and recover, but actually maybe you don't want to let this time idle by. This could be the one chance that you've got a largely paid gap to actually work on yourself, personally or professionally, whichever way you want to go in. So if you do want to kind of upskill or power up, then actually there's lots of workshops and and lots of learnings and courses available online. A lot of them are free or low cost. I'm popping up a link now to the stuff that I run. But also you've got events such as Eventbrite, you've got Meetup. They do lots of different things. A lot have been taken online to find events that match what you want to achieve. Speak to your employers. Most of the clients I speak to right now, my mentoring clients who are employed, they have been offered the chance to upskill or learn new something, whether that could be software development, it could be management skills, it could be anything, but they've been given the platforms and the opportunity to actually make the most of their time, so actually can really use this time effectively. So another way to use your time is to look at things like maybe online networking. So it could be business networking, it could be social networking. I myself have launched a group in association with a business networking group called For Networking. So it's For Networking, Forging People. And we've set up a networking group that's aimed at people with a shared interest of mental health, of personal development and of well-being. So again, it's something that didn't exist a month ago, but now it's a great way of connecting with people from all over the UK, all over the world, who have that kind of shared commonality and interest. So again, there's lots of different things you could do right now that were available before, they just weren't on your radar. And finally, on this point, opportunities are everywhere. I promise you, we just don't see them. But now, if you ask if it's something you really want to train or develop in, ask your employer. Just see what resources are available. But then look elsewhere to see what else you want to achieve, what else you want to do. It could be something that fits in with your bigger picture. It could be something that you just want to do for fun. You just haven't had the chance to do before. But now is the time. Now is the time to start to look for those opportunities to do something that you really want to do. Number 5, manage the manageables. For those who have seen me speak before, you know this is a biggie for me. Manage the manageables is huge. It's your way of getting a sanity check. You need to realize and work out the stuff that you can influence and the stuff that you cannot influence, and know the difference between the two, which sounds quite simple, but I guarantee you that's your sanity check. I'll say it again, focus on the stuff that you can influence and actually the stuff that you can't influence, and know the difference between the two. And actually then we can really start to let go of stuff. We can really start to let go of stuff that either doesn't serve us or actually could be driving us a bit crazy, but know the difference between the two. Because given that the world's best minds don't know when this is going to end or even what the end looks like, then actually who are we to take a stab at that? Who are we to have a second guess on what's going to happen? We fall into the trap of assumption. That's the problem. We assume an outcome. When we assume an outcome, most of the time we go negative. Most of the time we're hardwired to look for fear. We're hardwired to look for danger. That's the reason why sometimes we can think ourselves into our problems. We can think ourselves into a situation where we're feeling anxious about something that may never actually happen. Anxiety is created in the thought of doing something, the thought of an outcome, but rarely about the outcome. We are all winging this right now. Every single one of us is busy creating a new reality and testing stuff and working out what's good now and what's not good now, but also thinking bigger picture. Will this work in the same way? Will life be the same way? And we're also busy doing that I guarantee you, the only guarantee there is that life will never be the same again. Genuinely mean that. Life will never be the same again. This whole process will have changed life forever. Not just the way we do business, but in terms of the way we think, the way we communicate, the way we underestimate our kind of personal relationships, the way we undervalue our free time and the ability to move around, lots of different things. Life will never be the same again. So actually, if you're feeling unsettled because of that change, if you're feeling vulnerable and sensitive because of the changes that's going on right now, you're not alone. You're only human, and you're in very good company, because everybody has an underlying sense of dread, an underlying sense of anxiety right now. So actually, that's a normal human reaction. Remember, anxiety is a healthy mechanism. It's your brain telling yourself there's a perceived danger, go careful. So actually, you don't want to get rid of that. What you need to do is to build resilience against that, to make sure that you get yourself working for you. What does your bigger picture look like? You got some time. So let's say you've got access to train, to develop, to learn. What do you want? When's the last time you actually asked yourself, what do I want? What do I want from life? What do I want from my career? What do I want from this? This is a fantastic time to take a step back and look at your bigger picture, to actually set some goals, set some ambitions, to reevaluate, to do lots of different things, just to see life from a non-firefighting perspective, to take that step back and see it in a whole different, calm, relaxed light. This is your chance. And actually, when you reframe it that way, this is a really exciting time to be alive. But actually, We don't. We don't see it that way. We actually just feel the fear. We feel the danger. But when we start to see it as an opportunity for something different, for an opportunity of something new or something better, then we can truly start to make a big impact on creating what our bigger picture looks like. Get creative, get busy, try stuff. The best way to test stuff, the best way to test your new reality or to play around with it is to do this. It's a process I follow for every area of my business, and it's plan, prepare, engage, review, evolve, repeat. 6 steps. Plan. What does that look like? Actually, what do you want to achieve? Prepare. Put the meat on the bones. Engage. Actually do that thing. Try that thing. Test that thing. Do whatever that takes. Then review how it went. What went well? What didn't go so well? Then evolve. You evolve whatever you're doing, your project, your plan, your kind of bigger picture. You evolve it, and then you repeat the process again. I think through that, you take away the area, the element of perfectionism that we try to achieve when we're trying to form something better or something new. But also you take away that self-narrative that tells you that you cannot achieve that. That self-narrative that tells you that it's stupid. That self-narrative that tells you, what's the point in doing this? Try to be creative with where you are right now. Try to come away from that position of fear. Reframe, see it as an exciting thing. We'll be trying and testing and learning and evolving for a long time yet. So get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Your best future lies outside your comfort zone, constantly. So when you get where you want to go, then push it some more, keep pushing the boundaries. That's where we truly achieve the places that we never dreamed we'd be able to. But also all we have right now is the ability to manage what we can and let go of what we can't. Live in day-tight compartments. I love that. It's by a guy called Dave Peltzer, who wrote a series of books called, a child called it, Live in Day-Tight Compartments. Focus on right now what you can do today. Give everything you've got to go again today as strong as you can. Keep your focus, keep your clarity, get that bigger picture in place. Not worrying about tomorrow, not worrying about yesterday. And I'm not sure about you, but I'm more tired now at the end of the day than I was when I was going out into the world and traveling all over the place and speaking in front of people and stuff. More tired now because we're burning so much more energy with that underlying anxiety, with everything else that we're trying to achieve in these uncertain times. So actually recover. Throw in extra recovery, make sure that you're doing the stuff that you love, that you're recharging, whatever that means to you. And as I said, do check out the videos that I've done on recovery as well. That's on my YouTube channel too, on the 2-minute topics. Recovery is huge, plays a massive part in our daily way that we recharge and go again tomorrow. And now more than ever, we need that. We need to really safeguard and ring fence our days, our 24 hours. That's all we've got right now, is day to day to day to day. In terms of immersion, try and switch off the news. I watch the official Prime Minister's update every night. That's it. I turn the rest of it off of social media in terms of the news and things, because then everything else is just speculation. But we can get easily overwhelmed at the moment, very easily overwhelmed. So if you do want to reach out, then please do. I think it's very important, more than ever, to share your challenges right now, to be able to extend kind of the communication, to reach out to somebody. And if you want to reach out to me, please do. I'm always happy to hear from people. You can find me by email, nick@nickelston.com. Also through social media. All my links can be found through www.nickelston.com. But yeah, please do reach out. Again, it's not a throwaway line. Genuinely, if you'd like to reach out to me, please do reach out to me. Always happy to meet new people and talk to my old friends as well, of course. But for now, stay safe, stay well, stay strong, and I look forward to catching you again soon. Cheers, guys. Thank you. Bye-bye.